So far, try to hit an 18 a game. I think it's I really appreciate you guys doing all this. Yeah, I wish it's like the far. Yes, I don't know. All right, I'll talk at you later. See, Carly, you're gonna have to change the password when I get home. She said it's bad up there. She said I can't drive. Even the parents and haven't said something. No, that's stupid. I just said things change. Such things. I would get the change before, but it would take more. No, as long as you get home by 6, it's still get that's the no progress is over till 6.
Dude, that was so weird. I heard Dina talking the whole time.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. I was just like wondering where, like, do I have an extra tab open? What's happening here? Good morning. Merry Christmas. Welcome back to the Truth Serum. Got semifinals this week, and I'm sure y'all got some tough questions for us. But first and foremost, love your family, call your family, tell them you love them, and be happy today. Be happy today. Good morning.
Hey,
David
good morning,
Jennings.
man. I was
There you
just
go,
talking
Kenneth.
about this with my girl. I think this is like the best weekend of the year. You got football Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. It's Christmas. Everybody's eating. Everybody's together. Everybody's happy. Like, this is the best weekend of the year.
Oh yeah, I've always loved Christmas. God.
And you got semifinals.
Listen, I'll have to send you guys a picture later, but I have been nominated because we had some sick kids for their first Christmas, and the moms and the family were like, "We need Santa pictures." I am
Yeah.
Santa this year for Christmas.
Yeah, so I woke up
love it.
yesterday. I had some stuff going on. I woke up this morning and doped myself up with some Dayquil and had a hot toddy and some coffee, and we're good to go, man. We're good to go. Let's see. Everybody gonna tell us Merry Christmas too. It make me so happy. Ben Kaiser, what's up? First question here: Kelsey or Jonathan Taylor PPR? I am totally for playing Jonathan Taylor in all formats, dog. He's gonna be fed heavily. I know last time he wasn't when he came off of the injury, they kind of eased him back in. I get it, but dude, Kelsey's been a bum. He's been a bum. So
Yeah, listen, I need to know if Taylor Swift's there. If Taylor Swift's there, I'm going to play Kelsey. If she ain't going to be there, I'm going JT. If no Moss in there, he's going to be the workhorse.
yeah.
Yeah, I think you pretty much flip a coin too. Like, either way, I think these are both very good plays. And if you can, try to get them both in. Maybe look at your other options.
Trey Sermon, there might be a little risk of him taking some work. He looked decent last week, but he is no Jonathan Taylor. Still out delivering packages. Bless you. USPS. Trent Hobbs, Merry Christmas, baby.
Merry Christmas.
Pick one. Walker, Singletary, or Garrett Wilson. Oof. Are you guys confident in Walker this week? Tennessee, they started out. They were a tough matchup. What's his name? The defensive lineman that is a big run stuffer. They put him on season-ending IR yesterday. He's been missing a couple weeks. You've been able to run on Seattle. I mean, on Tennessee.
Talking about the Nico Autry?
No. I don't know. Tennessee's been a decent matchup here recently. I'm okay with all three of these guys, honestly, but I think I'm going to play Garrett Wilson because Washington just gives it up, man. They're some dirty whores.
Yeah, isn't that like the 30-second offense versus the 30-second defense?
Yeah,
Like,
but
that's just
there's a
nasty
couple of
either
bright
way.
spots to that offense. So Garrett Wilson's one of those.
Yeah, it's crazy because I was looking at the over and unders for stuff. They got Brees Hall at like over the bet is like over 36.5 rushing yards.
Dude,
Smash.
the Jets are implied for 19.75 points.
Yeah.
Which is probably more than they have been
All season, yeah.
all year. Yeah, so I think Garrett Wilson gives you a good week this week. That's who I'd play.
I think, man, Walker's proved that if he's playing, you play him. He's gonna play through any little nicks or anything he's got. He had a good game last week. I'm feeling Kenneth Walker and then Garrett Wilson, and I would probably sit Singletary against the Browns with the porous, no CJ Stroud Texans offense.
I think I'd like Kenneth Walker a lot better if they were playing in Seattle, but don't make him a bad play at all.
This is Tennessee with Ryan Tannehill today. I think it's going to be run against the run all day long, a low-scoring game.
Yeah.
I think he's going to have a lot of opportunities to run the ball.
Hot toddy time, tested, mother approved remedy. Yeah, I like it. All right, here we go. I got a tough question. I'm up 49ers to 9. 49 points to 9 after Diggs. Allen Buffalo defense. Kamara already played.
You don't do
He had
it.
Nixon. Okay, so the question is Brees Hall over Mostert or ETN? Yes or no?
I wouldn't do it. I would not do it.
Mostert.
That's where you're gambling in the semifinals.
Listen, here's my only thing with Mostert this week. All right, Dallas has proven that when you do something against them effectively against this defense, they fix it the next week. San Fran whooped them over the middle, and the Eagles said, "Oh, that's how we beat Dallas," and they tried it, didn't work. The Bills smashed them in the run game. I'm worried about Mostert. I'm worried now. Mostert's a touchdown guy, but I think they're going to have to pass to beat Dallas because they're not going to run against them like the Bills did.
Okay. So I think the floor is better with Brees Hall. I've been talking to him all morning. I like Brees Hall better. Over the past several weeks, he's had 5, 7, 6, 8. Last week was his worst week in the reception game. He had 1. I think there's a solid floor here with him, man. And dude, ETN, and you can attest to this. ETN's been a bum, hurting you a lot more often than not. So risk tolerance there. I think Brees Hall's got a very solid floor today, and that's who I would go with.
Yeah, I'm going Mostert. You're locking in regardless. He's either gonna get a receiving touchdown or a rushing touchdown today, at least one. That's just what happens. He catches those 5-10 yard dunks in the end zone, or he rushes it 5-10 yards into the end zone, or he breaks it up to 20 yards. ETN has been slowing down, but it's the same thing with Brees Hall. Both of them, they're due up for a big breakout game. Brees Hall probably has a more favorable matchup for a breakout game, in my opinion. But you drafted ETN to play ETN.
Yeah. Risk tolerance, dog. Donald, here's what you do, man. You go with your gut, man, because all three of these guys they're in the top 15 for me, man. They're all 3 great plays. And honestly, like I told you earlier, I'd be in one of these guys' inboxes asking them what I should do because I would be tilting my ass off too.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. Well, like I said, I'm only here for a short minute. I gotta hop off. I am driving on the highway. I want to focus and make
Hey,
sure we
let
get
me
home safe.
comment first.
The question got too suspicious for him. Someone wanted to know who the FBI agent on the right is, and that is classified. So I will see you later, man. Be safe.
Ed's watching.
All right, have a good holiday,
Ed's
everybody.
watching.
Good luck in your semifinals.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you cut me out too.
Well, I'm trying to add you back, dog. I thought I was I might have to.
I like the Christmas get up today though, man. You're looking a lot like Billy Bob Thornton and Bad Santa today.
Yeah, hey, I'm gonna remove you. Come right back though. I think I
All
can't get you to hop up there. Meanwhile, I will continue on. We got a question here. The same question. We're gonna have this question every week because it's a tough one. Jalen Hurts or Brock Purdy? Add to stage. Come on. What is dude, it says you're on here, man. The hell. I guess we might just be going with this one. I was trying to get us a little bit more full, but when I pop it out. All right, we'll roll with that one. Sorry about that, fellas. Hurts or Brock Purdy, man. I think I think I'm gonna play Jalen Hurts, man. Both of these guys got solid floors. I think the ceiling for Jalen Hurts is much higher. Both games you're gonna be sweating it out on Monday for. That's a great sweat to have, man. I'm gonna roll out Hurts.
I'm gonna do the opposite and do Purdy. I think there's more points to be scored in that game. I do think Jalen Hurts, he's gonna get his 1 or 2 rushing, goal line rushing, but they're going against the Giants, and I don't see a whole lot of points needing to be scored to win that game, as Purdy will have to do.
All right. My screen messing up, man. It's getting on my damn nerves.
What you doing, baby?
Okay, here we go. Let's keep it rolling. Dalton Schultz or Tucker Kraft?
What's
Tucker
the injury? What's the injury thing on Schultz right now? Is he playing?
Schultz is in, yeah. Playing Cleveland. Let's see. He's got last week. He played last week as well. Caught 4 or 5 targets for 58 yards. Here's the thing, man. Stroud's not going to play. They're playing Houston. I don't think they score a lot. I think they lean on Devin Singletary in the run game, try and slow this game down a little bit because the Browns are going to throw the ball 50 fucking times today. And I don't like Schultz. Tucker Kraft has what looks on paper is got the little red match up there that says Carolina, tough defense. I'm going to play him, man. I'm going to play Kraft because we got all the injuries in this wide receiver core for speaking of, I missed that. There we go. We got some picks down here below, scrolling across the bottom of the screen. All over your sits of the week are all the Packers receiving options, what it looks like, right? I get it, man.
For the most part. You see pretty much my sit quarterback, you're sitting there, the receivers with it. My start quarterback, there's a receiver, and they're like Trevor Lawrence. I think Calvin Ridley's going to have a big game this week.
So that being said, I think Tucker Kraft's going to have to be necessary in this offense to move the ball. And he's explosive, man. He looks like a beast.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll out Schultz, man. We got the backup quarterback. Every backup quarterback loves their tight end option, and that's why Schultz had a decent game last week. So I do think he's gonna get a lot of production today.
All right. Happy holidays, boys. Been a while. What up, Vince? Go Magic and go Vikings. Who is that?
I bet you that's Funky Joel Medina.
Funky Joel Medina. Yeah, that's who it is.
That's Funky Joel Medina, the Vikings.
I forgot
fan.
about it. Happy holidays to you, man. Merry Christmas specifically. Need one in my flex with Moss out. Start 1 for Dubs or Thielen. Whew. Give me Jerome Ford. Man, yeah, Jerome Ford. I don't like those options though. If you go looking in your waiver wire, can you find somebody like below here on the scroll? You'll see sleepers. I would play any of these sleepers over any of those options. Parker Washington is who you put. I like that more. But out of those, man, I think I'd go with Ford.
Yeah, I'm the same with you, man. That's one of those. I've been hating on the guy. I was like, oh, Kareem Hunt's gonna step in. He's gonna take over, and we haven't really seen it yet. They've made
He just
Ford
takes
their
over at the
guy
goal
in
line.
Cleveland. Yeah, they've made Ford their guy in Cleveland, and I regret not picking him up in some leagues. Kyron Williams is a big one I regret that I didn't get, but
Yeah.
okay.
I actually drafted Kyron in a few spots, so love it. Merry Christmas, y'all. Fergie or Wicks? Pittman as a surprise inactive fucked me. Yeah, me too. I think I'd play Ferguson, man. Jake Ferguson, he's getting all the end zone targets, and I think that game is gonna shoot out. So I would play him, man. I like him as a tight end option and everything. I think he's solid flex this week.
I'm the same, man. You see it in my starts for the tight end position. Miami, we got the cornerbacks to shut down the receivers, and I think that's where we can be exposed to the tight end position.
All right, Ben Kaiser, Slayton, McLaurin, Zay Flowers. Can you pass against Eagles compared to the 40? You can pass against Eagles compared to the 49ers D. Yes. Slayton is a deep sleeping option. It's whether or not he gets loose. I'm not touching Terry McLaurin with a 10-foot pole. Zay Flowers he's a tough one too, man. I think I'd go with Zay Flowers though. That kind of sucks though, because we were really excited about him early in the year. I think Zay Flowers got your best floor. Yeah, I'm going Zay Flowers.
I'm right there with you. Like I said, that's another game. There's going to be points to be scored, and it's going to go somewhere. Slayton, I think, man, that's just a gamble. You're either going to get one 70-yard bomb or nothing.
Yeah, and I think that's the idea, man. Just because the Eagles' defense is so bad. Slayton he's the outside receiver. I like the slot receiver Wan'Dale Robinson more so in this game. But the Eagles give up the most points to slot wide receivers. I like him better. I think I would still play Flowers. Don't let me talk you out of it. Bucks D against Jaguars or Commanders D against the Jets. Dude, Trevor Lawrence is going to have himself a day today, and I'm going to play the Commanders defense against the Jets.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a shootout, and the Jets are the Jets. There's opportunities to get turnovers and turn turnovers into touchdowns.
Yeah, Jets going Jet, man. We play the worst defense available. That's what I would do, though. Godwin or Amari Cooper. Give me Amari Cooper. I'm not falling for that shit, Chris Godwin. I'm not. I do like the matchup, though. I think he's got a chance at it, but Amari Cooper is a staple in this Browns offense, and Flacco is going to drop back 45 times, like I said earlier.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I think Godwin, we're going to see like maybe a 4 for 60 type day. So if it's PPR, he might give you a decent game. But Amari Cooper is the guy in Cleveland. And I think there's a way higher ceiling there.
Dude, I was so mad at the Flex League, man. I was waiting on.
You might get taken over in the last week here.
I know. I told you shut that shit up when you said it looks like it's a lock, but
I meant lock for me.
Oh, okay.
I'm locked in.
So Jeff picked up David Njoku, and I couldn't drop anybody that I had because I was waiting to see what's up with Ramondre Stevenson because I got Zeke, right? So I was gonna wait to see what happened, and then I was gonna drop one of the players. I got like maybe Zamir White or something else like that. I was waiting on the status of Josh Jacobs. I was sitting there hoping, praying nobody would pick up David Njoku. Man, I think he has a great game today too, man.
Like I said, backup quarterbacks and those tight ends, man. It's just a combination that works out.
Yeah. Fields or Purdy? I loving all these Purdy questions, man. Like he's an auto start, but Justin Fields he's kind of on a tear right now, man. He's gonna run the ball. I'm gonna pick Justin Fields. It's Arizona, dog. Look, it's Arizona.
Yeah.
Justin Fields is who I go with. I really do like Purdy though.
Yeah, that's a tough one. And you see my sits too. A lot of them are the Bears running backs just because Justin Fields is greedy, man. He gets those stats. He runs the ball. He gets the touchdowns. And I hate having players on teams with quarterbacks like that.
Facebook user says Jalen Hurts is gonna smash against the New York Giants, and I agree. Lamar or Baker, dude. It's Lamar Jackson. But I mean Baker's a decent option too, but there's no way I'm playing Lamar Jackson.
It's sneaky, but you have Lamar Jackson. You drafted him early for these situations where you know you're going to get your 20 points out of him. Baker Mayfield, he could have a huge game, but the floor is a lot safer with Lamar.
So there's
Don't put the Ravens on
there's
his back.
fear induced here because the 49ers. I get it, but this is a big time game in prime time. You got two superstar teams that this could be the Super Bowl. Both of these teams got to win this game. They must win. So I'm playing a desperate quarterback versus. Well, I guess Baker's good. Dude, Lamar Jackson. That's the answer. Connor or Achane. I'm gonna go Devin Achane. Devon Achane.
This is a tough one because I had Connor as one of my starts, and then I seen the Zach Moss news. But I think there's a lot of opportunity for James Conner, a lot more opportunity than there is for Achane.
If opportunity,
but Achane's got the big play breakout opportunity.
Yeah, opportunities equal touches in your eyes, right? Like he's the only guy in that backfield. I get it, but
yeah,
Chicago, they've been playing defense for the past since like week 8. They're like a top 5 defense. They're tough. I was debating on sitting Kyler Murray in a super flex for a wide receiver because the Chicago defense is nasty. I don't think James Conner gets anything going, and I'd rather take my 8 to 12 touches with Achane and the explosiveness that he has. I'll take my chances with that. Jets versus Washington. My bad. Oh, yeah. I'd play the Jets then. Hell yeah. Easier. Even easier. Trevor Lawrence or Flacco? Trevor Lawrence, dog. Yeah. I'm in love with him this week, man. Let's see. Why? I don't get it, man. It's what's the weather down? what's the weather down that way? Is it clear, windy?
Oh,
What
it's
is it?
beautiful. It's beautiful
Oh
weather. It's like
yeah.
a cool 70 degrees. It's
Oh yeah.
sunny, not windy. It's
Talk dirty
beautiful.
to me.
Today
Trevor
is a
Lawrence again.
beautiful day to be at Sun Life Stadium, where the
Yeah.
heat ain't gonna kill you. You could get drunk and have a good time without sweating.
Yeah, that's what Trevor Lawrence is going to be doing. Drunk on touchdowns. Let's go. Merry Christmas. See you next year. Hey, Linda, appreciate you sticking around with us, man. And good luck next year as well.
Yeah, I wanna
Excited to
go
have
back. I want to go back to the Connor and Achan thing. I mean, if you look at Connor since he's come back from injury, he had his first 3 games. It was 10, 9, 5. This is a half PPR scoring format. And then against Pittsburgh, at Pittsburgh, 25 attempts, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. Versus San Fran, 14 attempts, 86 yards, 1 touchdown. San Francisco and Pittsburgh aren't slouches on defense against the run, and he had pretty big games. Playing at Chicago, I'm not worried. I think I'm still firing Connor over Achan. I'm a Dolphins fan. I'm a homer, and I really hope this ain't the case, but we haven't seen anything out of Achan since his first 3 explosive games. He got hurt, and then he came back, and it's been, 5, 6 attempts for 30 yards, 40 yards maybe. We haven't seen
he's
anything
definitely
big.
disappointed you for sure. I get it, man.
I think Connor, you had to start Connor. He's a workhorse. He's going to get it. This is going to be a game where there's going to be opportunities for him to have goal lines work.
I respect your decision there. I think I would still go Achan, but I get it. I understand that the opportunities really, we always say volume is king in fantasy football. I get it, man, but I don't know. He just looks slow to me now, man. He's not the same back he used to be.
But I want to start writing some of my picks
PPR question.
down so I can keep
London, Gus, Jaden Reed. Good morning, Joe East. It's been a while, man. London, Gus, Jaden Reed. I think I'm going to go Drake London. I know I told you to sit him last week, and it worked out. I told you to start him the week before. It worked out. I think this is a guy you got to just kind of play the matchups with, man. You got Taylor Heineke's going to start again for him. I think they're going to try to slow the game down as best they can, but the Colts run so fast that I think that he's Drake London against a very, very beatable Indianapolis defense is who I go with. It won't let me unmute you if you've muted yourself.
here. Am I okay on your end?
Yeah, now you are. I can't unmute you if you mute yourself. So you got to answer for this, Gus London or Jaden Reed?
I'm rolling with Gus Bus, man. I'm hoping for the best today.
All right. I mean, he's a little bit more necessary now
but we could have a big game with Gus Bus.
Yeah. What's his name? On the shelf for the rest of the year. So he's going to get some volume there. I personally like the other running back in this backfield, Justice Hill, because the 49ers, if they give it up to the running back, it is through the air. And I think Justin Hill plays quite a bit of this game in a faster paced environment that's going to be induced by another really good team. So I'm Drake London for me. Nuke, Wan'Dale Robinson, Godwin. I like Wan'Dale Robinson as a sleeper. I do not like him that much. It is DeAndre Hopkins for me. That's who I'm going with, baby. D-Hop. D-Hop's going to have a good game today. and we are having a little bit of issues with his connection. Maybe he will be back as soon. I'll let him answer the questions as well. Kyler or Mayfield? Shit, dude, give me Baker Mayfield. I'm so scared. I got Kyler in my lineup. I got to now because Michael Pittman's going to be out, so I'm scared. Tough matchup for me too. Lamar or Tua? Let me go backwards just a little bit. All right. Who you got, Nuke Wandell or Chris Godwin?
Get Nuke. Nuke is D-Hop, right?
Yes.
Okay. Ryan Tannehill does not seem to be on the same. Wandale Robinson is on the Giants. I would probably go Chris Godwin and just shoot for the stars on that. Hope that he gets his 560 and a touchdown.
All right. You're still having some connection issues. I made out what you were saying. You're going to go Godwin and shoot for the sky there. I think you just like trying to gain a good connection. Kyler or Baker? Frozen. Let's keep it moving though. Lamar or Tua? I'm going to go Lamar Jackson. Tua against Dallas. I think Tyreek's going to play today, and he's getting like 4.6 yards per route run against man defense, which is what the Dallas Cowboys play. So I think Jalen Waddle also can beat man on a consistent basis. I like him. I think it's going to be a high scoring game. The floor for Lamar Jackson's too high, and it's another huge game here. So Lamar or Baker. Again, I'm going to go Lamar Jackson. I know you guys are looking at that 49ers over there, and they're tough against the quarterback. Lamar Jackson, you got to stick with him, man.
Hey, it's working. Hey, I'm going. Yeah.
All right, we'll run back through right quick the last few. You went Godwin, Kyler or Baker?
Baker.
Lamar or Tua?
Dude, I'm going to go Lamar because I do think that the running backs get involved with the touchdowns today.
And last one to catch you up, Lamar. Or Baker? Okay. Joey or Vince? I would assume that he's going to choose me, and I'm going to choose him. But, I don't know.
That's only on Valentine's Day.
I'll give you a little bit of both of them, though. Cleveland D, Commanders D, different league.
Oh. I'm going Cleveland Browns.
Yeah. I think Cleveland has a really good matchup and a good defense.
Yeah, that's the number one. Yeah.
Good matchup, good defense. He's going to be playing against what's his name, man? Davis Mills today. Yeah. They're gonna tear that long neck motherfucker to pieces today. PPR wide receiver 2, Devonta Smith, Chris Godwin, Richard Pena. What's up, baby? I'm gonna go Devonta Smith. I'm not trusting Chris Godwin. Ooh, here's a whole lot of points. The trend is not with Chris Godwin. He had one good game.
I'm gonna go with Chris Godwin. Now I get what you're saying, but as a fantasy matchup, from my point of view, you got the Giants that the Eagles are going against. I get it's a division rivalry.
Terrible secondary.
Everything's gonna go through Saquon Barkley on the Giants. I think, man, Swift is on my sit, and it kind of hurt me, but I think this could be a day that we see a lot more Swift actually being involved in the game. And I would actually go Chris Godwin just because of the opportunity against the Jags. I feel like the Pigskin's going to be flying in that game.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And Chris Godwin's got a really solid floor. But I think that's what you're going to get today is a floor. I think every week. I don't have confidence, not because I don't like Chris Godwin, because what he's been doing all year long is consistently getting you 10 or less points. Devontae Smith against this New York Giants secondary is kind of a dream matchup. I don't see how you go wrong with Devontae Smith, man.
I think both
Dallas
of these
Goedert
are
hasn't been doing shit, and that was the whole thing about him. When Goddard plays, Devontae don't do anything. I haven't seen that yet so far this year.
I think both of these are very similar too, and a lot of Chris Godwin is going to depend on game script. If the Jags get up early, Baker goes straight to Mike Evans. That's his dude. If the Bucks keep it close or stay ahead, then there'll be a lot more opportunity for Godwin throughout the game.
Cleveland D or Dallas D. This is pretty easy for me. Cleveland is who I would play.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a fun game with Dallas and Miami today, I think.
Yeah, for sure. This next
but you
one,
got to
dude.
go against the top defense against a backup quarterback. I think the opportunities for turnovers that turn into touchdowns are there.
Laporta or McBride?
It's a tough one.
Can you start them both? This is number one versus number two in my eyes. McBride is just so solid, but he's not scoring touchdowns. Dude, he's the number one and he's the number one wide receiver on that team. He plays tight end. He is a beast with the ball in his hand, man. Looks like George Kittle. I really love McBride. I love Laporta. I think I want to flex both of them, man. Tight one, flex one. I'm curious to know who you would have to bench if so, because I love both of those guys.
If you got to pick one, I'm taking Laporta. If you got to pick one, man, against the Vikings, that's another game. Nick Mullins proves that he could throw up some points if needed. So that could turn into another game of throwing the pigskin.
Now, if you need a narrative here, they let their number one tight end go, another first round draft pick, TJ Hawkinson. They let him go to the other team that they're playing against. Maybe they want to prove that they made the right decision and feed Laporta the ball. I don't know. That's a narrative that I wouldn't base my shit on.
You have to ask Jeremy. You have to ask Jeremy Powell if they had that backdoor drama going on.
Yeah. Pick two: Hubbard, Etienne, Ford, Ken Walker. I am gonna go Etienne and Hubbard. Chuba's getting I'm gonna play the volume card on this one like you did with James Conner earlier.
I'm with you, and I've got Kenneth Walker very close behind Hubbard there. I think you could go with either one of them. They're gonna get the opportunities.
I want to know how Ken Walker's shoulder is doing. He's got the questionable tag still. Okay,
they were worried about that last week too, though.
Yeah,
he's a bruiser,
he played
man.
Last two games, 56% of the snaps. So they're giving a lot of maybe not the actual work, the opportunities, but they are playing Zach Charbonnet quite a bit still.
Is he back?
Sharp is.
Yeah, he is. Sorry.
I think so. Yeah. I didn't. Yeah.
Baby is eating my phone.
I'm gonna go ETN Hubbard on that one. I think Hubbard's got a great matchup, and he's bound to have 22 carries again today. Pick two PPR: Saquon, Swift, Zeke, Javonte. Give me Saquon and Zeke.
Oh, I'm gonna go Saquon and Swift. No.
I'll hat bet you in a heartbeat over that.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on Zeke against the Broncos at the Broncos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Zeke's a smash play today. Saquon is just honestly, Saquon's the worst of the bunch, but you gotta play him. Like if you're gonna bench anybody for Swift, I think it would be Saquon. Zeke outscores Saquon today.
I got
in
one
my
I
opinion.
want
Philly's
to
tough.
go with you.
All right,
But
let's go. Let's hear it.
I got this is one I can't really decide on. You know, Cortland Sutton, he's been all right. My options are Cortland Sutton, Terry McLaurin, and then I picked up Parker Washington. But I think I'm gonna roll with either Washington or Sutton. I just can't decide which one. I think this could be an ugly low game with the Broncos and Patriots.
Dude, honestly, Cortland Sutton's kind of the right answer based on productivity, past productivity. But I really like Parker Washington today.
It's
And
the semifinals.
I just think that I know it's tough.
The safe play would be Cortland Sutton, but I think the winning play is Parker Washington.
I think Cortland Sutton has gotten lucky all year long, and a lot of that production is not real.
The random 30-yard touchdown, but he somehow gets it.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's mind-boggling. It sucks because you can't really.
I've got him in two different leagues.
He's got this certain luck factor about him that it's a real thing. He's a lucky son of a bitch.
I've got him in 2 leagues, and I've started him in the right games and benched him in the right games, luckily.
So
dude,
you're a lucky son of a bitch.
Today I might drop it. You know, I got to figure it out what I'm going to do with that.
No, super flex. So Tua or Dak would be benched. If I'm benching one of those guys, I'm benching Tua. I like Dak over Tua today or this week.
Not me, man. Tua's got the weapons, and the Dolphins got the cornerbacks, bro. Jalen Ramsey has been on fire since he's been on the field.
Yes.
And Xavier Howard's back playing today. We're going to get at least one pick on Dak today. And I think Tony Pollard's going to get 1 or 2 touchdowns and take them from Dak. I think you'll see a decent game, but nothing stellar out of Dak. And I think both of these players will probably have similar stats at the end of the day.
All right. I agree. They're very close. I agree with everything you said, honestly, except for the part where bench Dak. I think if Dak throws 2 interceptions, that's fine too. I really don't care about that.
At some point, Dak was going to Dak, man, and Dak dacked me out of the playoffs last week. My work
depends
league,
on
man.
which Pat's D shows up. Sure, yeah, but
it depends on which Russell Wilson shows up.
Facts. PPR tight end, Laporta or Kittle. I am going to play Laporta. Laporta's a beast, man. Number 1 tight end in all dynasty drafts, man. All dynasty startup. Laporta, number 1 tight end, point blank, period.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Sam Laporta's a beast.
I need a second one.
Niners D or Eagles D? I'm going to go Eagles D for sure. I think the Ravens are going to be able to score some points on the Niners. Not so confident in the Giants.
Yeah, man. Tommy DeVito, divisional game in Philly. They're going to get to him today. I go with the Eagles defense over the 49ers.
Yeah. So side note, like not got anything to do with anything, but earlier you said something about Nick Mullins and how you think he can push. Dude, he's like 5,300 on DraftKings, and if you pick somebody like that as your quarterback, who I think they're gonna have to pass the ball a lot, and it's gonna be in a dome. I think the line's gonna score a lot. I think they're gonna score 5,300 for that against Detroit. You can fit Amon-Ra and Justin Jefferson and
I feel like that's one of those trap plays now, though, too.
Huh?
I feel like now that you mention that, that's one of those trap plays where it looks too good to be
I'm
true.
playing them though.
You got to set one lineup that way.
Yeah, for sure. I got them in a couple of lineups, but I set a bunch every week. I play like low stakes stuff, and I set a bunch of lineups. Max I could win if I won the whole thing would probably be 5,000 or something, but I'm not risking a lot. It's fun to do, and
that's what it's about, is the entertainment.
Yeah, for sure. So let's pick some winners here. Philadelphia, New York. I think we're both going to go Philly here. San Francisco, Baltimore. Who you got?
I'm going to go with the 49ers, man. There's just too many weapons. I get it. The Ravens have a good record, and they're a pretty decent team, but the 49ers are a pretty complete team.
They're so good.
You could say that they are what make Brock Purdy look good, but that's their
tell y'all,
weakest
like I
link,
said
in
last
my
week,
opinion, is
Big Cock Brock's out there throwing laser beams, man, and not just dump off stuff. So
yeah,
49ers, they look unbeatable to me right now, man. Crazy. Miami Dolphins, Dallas Cowboys. Who you got?
I'm going with the home team, man. I said this. The playoffs start this week for the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
We got to win out and take this division, and it be the first time in a long time. There could be a road to the Super Bowl, but I think there's a lot of inexperience in the playoffs for our team too. So I think we might need a trial run in the playoffs before we make a Super Bowl run.
After the Bills win narrow victory last night, very narrow victory. They're on them hills, man. Miami needs to win this game. I'm gonna pick Miami as well. Let me see one of these close games.
We got a tough schedule, man. We got the Cowboys, the Ravens, and the Bills. Our last 3 games.
Yeah. We got Lions and Minnesota. Who are you gonna take there? This game's in Minnesota.
I think I'm taking the Lions, man.
Yeah, same.
You got to. They've got a baller team. They're hot, man. Jared Goff is pulling it off.
Last one I want to get your take on. Falcons, Indianapolis. Actually, I'm gonna get 2 more. Falcons, Indianapolis. Who you got?
I'm going with my guy, God Shoe Mania, bro. I want to see the Fu Manchu. And Jonathan Taylor, I think he's going to get his 20, 30 touches today. I don't think they're going to ease him back in. I think it's going to be a good day for the Colts.
Yeah, I think Arthur Smith goes back to what he knows is going to work and runs the fucking football with Bijan Robinson against this Colts defense. I think they're going to slow the game down, and I think this is going to be a slugfest, back and forth running the ball. I think the Atlanta Falcons win this game, especially without Michael Pittman on the other side. Last one, Jags, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Florida game.
This has been a fun time to be a Florida native, man. All our sports teams are on the rise. But, man, I'm going to give this one to the Jags. Where are they at, too? Oh, they're in Tampa. I'm still gonna give this to the Jags. This is a big win that they need to surge into the postseason as well.
Mm-hmm. I like them. I like them to win, and I think the Falcons win today. AFC South matchup there, or NFC South, and I think the Buccaneers lose today. However, I do still think that the Buccaneers will win that division with a win next week. Couple more questions here, and then we will let you guys have your Christmas time with your family. Let's see. 1 running back spot, 2 flex to fill. Walker, Pacheco, Chandler, Likely. Okay. Pacheco's the guy here. He's going to play. He's my number 1. I don't want to sit any of these guys, honestly. I would sit Isaiah Likely out of all of them. I'm playing the running backs here.
Yeah, I'm with you on that too.
Yeah. Isaiah Likely's he's a good tight end option, man, but he's not going to compare to the ceiling that you can get out of these running backs. Chandler proved last week they're going to be in a dome. I know the Lions defense is pretty solid against running backs. However, they're kind of like the 49ers in the sense that they give it up through the air. He was catching passes out of the backfield last week too. He dropped titties. He dropped some Christmas titties. he dropped a good number for you last week. I think it continues, and I don't care that Alexander Madison is going to be playing in this game. I don't think he's a factor at all. Or he has Bijan blocked for Patterson and Algier 20 times. I know, man. He's like, get this guy out of here. Get his ass gone, man. All I want for Christmas is titties. All I want for Christmas is Arthur Smith's job. There you go. Merry Christmas, guys. Good luck. Semifinals are a tough time, man. These are really tough questions. I want to get them all right. Not gonna get them all right. Can't ever do that. But we love y'all, and thanks for hopping in. Good luck. Have a good time with your families this weekend. And as always,
stay true. Yeah, man. I just want to say, hey, we don't get it right, but this is the place when you want to discuss things and get different opinions. That's where you come. We're just discussing, thinking what we would do if we were in your shoes.
Vince, I'm a fucking genius, okay? I am a genius, and I'm
not a genius, but I love the game, man, and I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing better than I'm winning more than I'm losing. We'll say that.
Dude, if you can win 60% of the time, you know, that's good in a very
week
competitive
we might be
space.
talking about it sucks that Pyle's not in today because we got the TSF 144. We're going against each other semifinals, and then next week if you win, we're against you.
Yeah, man. Oh,
and then the Flex
good
League
stuff, man.
that's wrapping
a
up
tough
this
league
week.
right there.
It's been tough. My team is starting to get hot. They were starting to simmer down, and now they're coming back up a little bit. So it's been good.
You started strong, and then you had a little lull in the middle, and now you're coming back. Dude, I'm nervous at today's matchup, man. I think he's got some players on his team that can drop me.
I was looking at that too. It's like you got a lot of name brands on your team, but the matchups are not the most favorable.
Yeah. Hey, Merry Christmas, dog.
Merry Christmas, man. Y'all have fun.
All right, stay true.
See ya.